Yes, indeed. That's the vibe. That's the voice of Friday Joshua. Friday, what's the excitement? Because me, I'm not excited this morning.
Yeah, you see, Citizen FM is a second home.
Good.
And of course, it feels good to be here in the studio and also sharing the mic with my friend and brother Emmanuel Fashemi. I don't want to go into details of what happened to the national team last night. Let me base on the excitement and this morning and feel good.
Okay, indeed. I can see that you're feeling good. But that is where we'll be starting from, even though you are running away from it. As the Flying Eagles of Nigeria suffered, in fact, a heavy defeat to the Argentines in the round of 16 game played last night in Santiago. It was a painful one as Nigerian campaign was halted by the Argentines after a humbling demolition, trashing 4-0 last night. Friday, Joshua, even though, my friends say, even though we won't lose, at least more will lose small.
Lose with respect.
Yes, of course.
You see, for me, it was not a disappointing result personally, but of course, as a patriotic Nigerian, that's not the kind of result you would want for your country. We played against the Celibatos, talking about the junior team of the Argentines, the under-20 boys, and this is a 100% team at the group stage. They played against the likes of Italy and some top footballing nations in their group, and they were able to win all 3 games in that group to top the group with 100% record. Now, for them to show that that is not a fluke, of course, the result against the Flying Eagles of Nigeria showed that, and that also showed our lapses, Eru and the boys and the NFF. I think it's high time we begin to do the needful to develop our age grade football. Indeed, it shouldn't be a stage where we used to settle some players, settle agents and what have you. The best of legs, potentials should be drafted into teams like under 17, under 20. When was the last time we even got to the final, even at the under 17 level? But these are tournaments where Nigeria used to dominate.
At the under 17, we did, in fact, back to back, we will not go.
At the world stage. Under 20 years, we may not have won it, but over time, we've become a force to reckon with, but not crashing out in round of 16 and what have you. You see, for these boys, I think they fail to understand that we don't have a name yet. And until you get to the pinnacle, you don't rest. Until you get to the pinnacle, you keep grinding. If you don't have anything to play for your tomorrow.
Of course,
that is what they need to do. So it's appalling, that kind of display we saw from the Flying Eagles as a country. It's nothing to write home about. For me, at some point they were confused. There was no cohesion between the midfield and the attackers, because at some point they feel like we just need to get this goal. And when you are in a hurry to get goal, when you are not settled, that goal will surely not come. And you could see the fact that the Argentine side, after scoring that first goal, for like some minutes, the Flying Eagles couldn't get hold of possession, and that goes to show that they had a game plan coming against the Flying Eagles of Nigeria, and that was perfectly executed. Now, people were saying before that game that, okay, in 2005, we played against them in the era of Lionel Messi and John Mikel Obi, but I keep telling people, John Mikel Obi is not in this squad. Lionel Messi is not in this squad.
Yeah.
We've seen it's a different crop of players altogether, and not even the same coach. This is a transient stage of a professional career where the set of boys who plays this tournament this year will definitely not be the same set of boys that will play in the next tournament, because they'll transit into maybe under 23, some of them into the senior national team if luck shines on them and then maybe they put up the good work. But then in 2023, we played against this Argentine side and we won 2-0. After we lost 2-1 in the Messi Mikel Obi era in 2005. But you see, that is not a yardstick. That means you just have to keep building. You should center your concentration on your current goal. And that current goal at the moment is to see that the green, white, green jersey is flying high all over the world. But it's unfortunately we are where we are. And 4-0, we couldn't even score a single goal. That goes to show you that all is not well with that team starting from the group stage.
Okay. The South Americans were ruthless and clinical, striking twice in each half to book their place in the quarterfinals. While relentless intensity of Diego Placente's side, Alejo Sacco set the tone for a dominant display inside the opening 2 minutes when he slid home from close range after Dilian Gorosito's cross left goalkeeper Ebenezer Harcourt.
Yeah, you see, when you're under so much pressure to deliver, and I wonder why they were pressured. As at first half, it was 2-0. Yes, 2-0 can mean a whole lot of things after the first 45 minutes, and you sure know that you just need 45 minutes more to overturn that 2-0 deficit. Now, if you're in a hurry to do that, it will not come. If you are not settled, if you are not calculative, if you are not precise, it will not come. You see, and I think the onus lies on the coach to actually calm those boys down and tell them that 2-0 means nothing. You can still overturn that result. And that's what I expected from Coach Ali Zubero and the coaching crew yesterday, not to hurry those boys, put them more pressure. Okay, in the last Women's African Cup of Nations, the Super Falcons against the Atlas Lionesses of Morocco, as at 2-0, as at first half, we're 2-0 down. And what happened? In the second 45 minutes, we saw a different Super Falcons that overturned and won that encounter 3-2 to the amazement of the whole continent.
Yeah.
In that tournament, it was as if Morocco was tailored to win that tournament. But the Super Falcons of Nigeria proved them wrong. And that is what I expected from the Flying Eagles yesterday. But that didn't happen.